Hello students, in previous video we have already studied about diluents, binders and disintegrants. So in this video we will be studying all the other excipients which are used for the purpose of formulation of tablet. Next, what agents are incorporated during formulation of your tablet include lubricant, antiadherents and glidants. Lubricants are intended to reduce the friction during tablet ejection between walls of the tablet and die cavity. Mineral oil, stearic acid, talc, etc. are the agents which can be used as lubricants. Then your lubricants are classified depending upon their water solubility, that is, either they are water insoluble or they are water soluble. Selection of lubricant is dependent partly on mode of administration, type of tablet, desired disintegration and dissolution properties, physicochemical properties of granules or powder, and ultimately cost. So now we will be seeing the examples of water soluble lubricants and water insoluble lubricants. So here are some of the water soluble lubricants: boric acid in the concentration of 1% weight by weight, sodium benzoate in concentration of 5% weight by weight, sodium oleate in the concentration of again 5% weight by weight, sodium acetate 5% weight by weight, magnesium lauryl sulfate in the concentration of around 1 to 2% weight by weight, and SLS in the concentration of 1 to 5% weight by weight are used as water soluble lubricants. Then talking about water insoluble lubricants, different metal stearates in the concentration of 0.25 to 2% weight by weight, then stearic acid in the concentration of around 0.25 to 2%, then Sterofex in the concentration of again 0.25 to 2% weight by weight, talc in the concentration of 1 to 5%, waxes 1 to 5%, and stereovet in the concentration of 1 to 5% are used as water insoluble lubricants. Then the next we have is antiadherents. Antiadherent materials are induced in order to reduce sticking or adhesion of any of the tablet granules to or powder material by reducing friction between particles. Various antiadherent agents are talc, starch and starch derivatives, various colloidal silica such as carboxyl, then xylod, aerosol, etc. Some materials have strong adhesion property towards the material of towards the metal of punches and dies, or the tablet formulation containing excess moisture which has tendency to stick and resulting into sticking and picking problems. Therefore, antiadherents are added. This prevent sticking of punches to die walls. Thus, talc, magnesium stearate, cornstarch have excellent antiadherent properties. Then the various agents which are generally used are talc in the range of around 1 to 5% weight by weight, cornstarch in the range of 3 to 10% weight by weight. Further, colloidal silica in the concentration or in the range of around 0.1 to 0.5% weight by weight, DL-leucine in the range of around 3 to 10% weight by weight, SLS less than 1% weight by weight, and stearates less than 1% weight by weight are used as antiadherents generally. Further, glidants. So glidants are the substances that are added to powder to improve its flowability. A glidant will only work at the certain range of concentration. Above a certain concentration, the glidant will in fact function to inhibit flow property or flowability. That is, If glidant is used in excess, then it is going to reverse the effect. In tablet manufacturing, glidants are usually added just prior to compression. The various examples of glidants that are used are magnesium stearate, then aerosol, starch, talc, etc. Then talking about mechanism of action of glidants, a glidant effect is due to counteraction to factors resulting in poor flow ability of powder, that is, by correcting surface irregularities or by reducing interparticular frictions and decreasing surface charges, the result is a decrease in the angle of repose, which is an indication of enhancement in flowability. Then the next what agents are included are granulating agents. Granulating agents are the substances which are added to powder during granulation process to convert fine powder into granules. The quantity of granules is of very importance. Less quantity may lead to poor adhesion, soft tablets and capping, whereas excessive quantity may lead to hard tablet with greater disintegration time. Water, alcohol, syrups, mucilage, liquid glucose, etc. are examples of granulating agents. Then next one, color, flavors and sweeteners. Colorants main role is to facilitate identification and enhance the aesthetic appearance of the product. Colors used must be permitted colors. So colors are either added to the vehicle used for granulation or powdered mixture before granulation. Then different colors used are natural colors, FD&C and DNC dyes and lakes. Further, flavors. So flavor agents are commonly volatile oils which are used in chewable tablets, and those tablets which are going to get dissolved in mouth. Generally, volatile oils are dissolved in alcohol and sprayed on dried granules. A low turpentine grade is generally preferred, and flavors are now also available in spray dried beets. Then the next one is sweeteners. The use of sweeteners is primarily limited to chewable tablets. The various sweetener agents that are used include dextrose, lactose, mannitol, sucrose, saccharin, aspartame, etc. Mannitol is around 72% sweeter as sucrose, and saccharin is around 500 times sweeter than sucrose. So these are the different agents which are used for the purpose of, or different excipients and ingredients which are used for the purpose of formulation of tablets. Next video we will be studying about different manufacturing processes of tablets. Thank you.